Hikmet Hajiyev from Baku. He's an assistant to Azerbaijan's President Ilham Aliyev. Hikmet, always great to have you on the show, and thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure.
Are you surprised that the ceasefire barely even lasted 10 minutes?
And actually, it becomes unsurprising for Azerbaijan because at every moment when we are agreeing to the humanitarian ceasefire, on the next minutes, actually, Armenian armed forces starting grossly violating humanitarian ceasefire. It happened on the 10th of October when Russia mediated Moscow declaration and we agreed to humanitarian ceasefire. On the next day, immediately, Armenian armed forces using ballistic missile against the civilians in Ganja city of Azerbaijan. On the 7th of October, when France mediated humanitarian ceasefire, in a matter of the minutes, Armenian armed forces violated humanitarian ceasefire. And the same happened today. At 8 o'clock a.m., Armenian Prime Minister made a statement and saying that Armenia is committed to humanitarian ceasefire. And a minute later, 3.5 minutes later, first in the direction of Lachin region of Azerbaijan, Armenian armed forces attacked positions of Azerbaijani armed forces. And as it was enough, and they also resorted to attacking or continuing their practice of attacking Azerbaijani civilians in the Tartar region and also surrounding villages.
Now, Hikmet, as you've said, this was meant to be a humanitarian ceasefire, the third one since fighting started. We know that several civilians have been severely affected. What was this humanitarian ceasefire meant to accomplish in terms of helping people on the ground?
In general, idea was about a humanitarian ceasefire to at least ensure that a ceasefire holds and also exchange of the bodies that left in the battleground, and also ensure that civilians are also protected. And with that understanding, Azerbaijan also, at every moment when there are initiatives for the humanitarian ceasefire, Azerbaijan supports. Unfortunately, what we see, Armenia always uses this opportunity for their own military purposes. And as we have seen today, they attacked our positions in Lachin, and they did it against the civilians in Tartar. And probably they will also try to use this humanitarian ceasefire to group their forces or to attack Azerbaijani armed forces. And at every opportunity, they continue the same practice of attacking Azerbaijani civilians that we seriously condemn.
Now, the foreign ministers of your country and Armenia, they met with the U.S. Secretary of State in Washington on Friday. They did have separate meetings with him. Just take us through what was discussed in those meetings.
Initially, it was an idea about an almost ceasefire. What we said that Azerbaijan supports a ceasefire or humanitarian ceasefire, but there should also be a very comprehensive approach for the resolution of this conflict. And only ceasefire is an important step forward for negotiation process, but there should also be very specific elements of the conflict resolution process. And we indeed comment that along with the statement on the humanitarian ceasefire, there was yet another statement by the co-chair countries about the specific details of the conflict resolution process. We particularly take note about the intention to prepare a timetable for about a withdrawal of Armenian armed forces, and it's in a details needs to be discussed in Geneva, and there were some other parameters of the conflict resolution process. Indeed, we appreciate very serious engagement from all co-chair countries at the highest level, and if there are, as agreed in the statement, Geneva meeting, starting from the 29th, Azerbaijan will actively and very seriously and in a constructive manner will participate in these meetings so that you have a concrete plan of way forward, how we can resolve this conflict.
Yeah, concrete plan is certainly needed. Hikmet Hajiyev live to us there from Baku. Always appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on the show.